Welcome back. Today's topic is around don't be the victim. But before I go into that, I'd just like to say if you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out, please subscribe to my channel. Help support me to grow this channel. I really love sharing my journey and my story. And of course, we all know about YouTube and growing your channel. So if you don't mind, if you could, if you're enjoying this, please just subscribe and like, comment. It helps that algorithm do its thing. So back to the subject for today, which is don't be the victim. So whenever you're the victim, you think life is happening to you. You think that you have no control over what is happening to you, when indeed that is not true. We only experience things in this life that we draw to us. That means there has to be a part of us that actually is vibrating that whatever it is that you've just drawn to you, because the law of attraction is simply going to match you up with like attracts like. So the reason for this channel and the topic of this channel is about internal guidance and getting connected to your internal guidance so that your feelings, your emotions can always be your guide. And so whenever you are feeling like you're in a victim mode and somebody says something, you get into an argument and you feel like something is happening to you, the way you respond is what's key here, because you're about to create whatever happens next. And that is, you take a couple of beats, you say, oh, wow, look at that emotion that just came up in me. What's that all about? Where did that come from? How long have I been hanging on to that? And so then that gives you a moment to disconnect from that, take a look at that before you respond, and then you get to choose how you respond. So then you, or don't respond at all, right? You could just say, okay, right? And so you're putting yourself, you're taking yourself out of victim mode, which is something is said or done outside of you. You respond to that without first looking at it to make sure that what you're putting out in the world of creation, the fertile seed, the fertile soil of creation, your words being the seeds of creation. So if you take that beat and you don't respond right away, you actually look at that. What is that? Why? Because, I don't want to have anger. I don't want to have fear, because I don't want law of attraction to match me up with more of anger and fear or shame or revenge or any of these things. So what is that? Where is that coming from? So everything I'm sharing with you right here is putting you back in the driver's seat. It puts you in the mode of creation. You are the creator of your reality. But if you simply have something said to you, done to you, anything that elicits an emotional response from you that you know is not of the highest vibration, you get to take a look at that. You don't have to be a victim, and you don't have to allow the outside experience control what's happening inside of you, because your ultimate goal is you want to put out into the world that which you would like to have back from the world. So that's it. You're in creative mode. And so being in touch with your internal guidance system, knowing when something outside of you feels triggering, but really it's only triggering if you allow it to trigger you. You get to be the observer and just take a look at it for a couple of beats, maybe even longer than a couple of beats. But you got to look at that. You got to analyze that. What is that? Where is that coming from? Because you don't want that in your field of energy, because law of attraction is always checking in and seeing where your frequency is and where your vibration is going to match you up with more of the same. So our journey is to clear all that out. And it's a never-ending job, never ending, because you're going to continue to live life. You're going to continue to have more experiences, and you're going to continue to have more things to overcome. But to put yourself in the driver's seat, to put yourself in creative mode, to put yourself in a position where you're not the victim, because that is a very low frequency, okay? It's important that you become the observer of your life and just take a moment when things well up inside of you. It's an emotion other than happiness. It's an emotion other than joy, gratitude. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you not to feel these things at all. In fact, I've learned a very hard lesson about thinking you could just, reframe something and all of a sudden I got a different feeling about it. Now, that is a true statement. That is the goal in the journey. But what I learned is that you need to feel these things, not respond. You need to feel these emotions so that you can understand them from how far back they go, where they originally came from, because all these things are here to teach us. So when we encounter people and events, everything outside of us is just a mirror reflecting back to us our own selves. So if you go up, and you walk in someone else's field of energy and you feel really good, you're actually really feeling good about yourself. If you go into someone's field of energy and, it's like, you're getting signs, you're getting red flags all over the place, you're actually seeing parts of yourself that you don't feel that good about. Now, that right there is the opportunity. That's the opportunity right there to say, why? Why don't I like what I'm feeling right now? And you get a chance to see, is this something really that's a big issue for me? Or is it just that, I don't need to spend much time with this person right here because I can feel it pulling on me? It's a self-analyzing process. And it's the observer, being the observer of your life. You can drop down into the matrix of fun and experience and all this and that. But when you're the observer, you know what that feels like, where you take a neutral position on most everything, right? You have all the possibilities, you have all the power of choice until you make a choice, you see. And that's why I'm trying to get you to understand, don't be the victim, don't just respond, don't be triggered, because whatever it is, you're actually allowing some force outside yourself to elicit that response from you. So in order to overcome that, simply take a beat. Wow, I feel triggered right now. I feel angry, or I feel sad, or, just analyze that moment. Take as much time as you need before you respond, because again, it doesn't matter what happens to you. It's how you react to what happens to you that counts, right? So wanting you to understand how to be in the driver's seat, how to be what we call in creative mode. I don't experience anything unless I give belief to it, unless I choose it, which is like the placebo effect, okay? And if you haven't read Joe Dispenza's book, who I've got all his books, but Joe Dispenza talks about you are the placebo. Nothing has power until you give power to it. So when you're the victim, you're giving your power to something outside of yourself. You're saying life is happening to me instead of life happening for me. And all I'm saying is that a simple little hack is to take a beat, recognize the feeling within inside of you, your internal guidance system is talking to you, okay? And decide how you want to respond, or if you don't even respond at all. But by responding, you're going to make it with words, choices that will serve you, rather than a reactive state, which is just going to lower your vibration because you went down into anger and revenge and regret and guilt and all this kind of stuff, putting you in control of what you experience in your life. And always know that everything begins and ends with you based on what you give power to. So be very selective on what you give power to. And I'll end with, when I let words come out of my mouth, I am at a point right now in my journey where it just happens naturally for me, because I want to make sure that every word, I know what sort of creative power that word has. And when I first learned this, that we speak things into existence, we also put some feeling behind it, and that gives a little oomph, but that's another video. But we speak things into existence. So I want to be in creative mode all the time. I want to be choosing words all the time that is creating the reality that I choose to experience, right? And so in the beginning, when I was monitoring my words that were coming out, whether it be in, this victim situation that I'm trying to refer to here, or just in general, I would always be retracting, and I still do a little bit. I was like, wait, stop, let me start over, okay? And then I would make sure, but now, because I'm in such good practice of it, all the words that come from me are the creative words that I want to experience. I want to have come back to me, right? So everything begins with you by what you're putting out via your words, via your feelings, which is creating your vibration, where your vibe is based on your thoughts and your beliefs. You're in control of all that. Everything begins and ends with you. You are the creator of your reality. And the purpose of my channel here is around internal guidance. When you get yourself connected to that, you won't be the victim anymore. You'll get to decide how you respond to anything and everything, and you'll do it in a way that serves you each and every moment, because you realize that by doing so, you're creating the world, the reality that you want to experience. And folks, we're here to have fun. We're here on this planet, the planet of resistance, planet Earth. There's always going to be something to overcome into infinity. We're here to have fun and joy and adventure and excitement. And if you're not able to do that right now, it's because of you. It's because it's your vibe. It's the words you're using to create your reality. Everything begins and ends with you. So you have to take responsibility if you're not feeling that way right now. You have to begin to connect with your internal guidance system, which is your feelings. And you have to be able to take a pause before you react to something and realize that I don't want to be in reaction mode. I want to be in creative mode. So how do I want to respond to this in a way that it's going to serve me? So I hope this helps. And again, if you're liking what I'm talking about here, like, subscribe, comment, and help me to build this channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you.